welcome to the channel. I'm Divya Biano. I work as a software developer in Glance. I have been associated with Newton School from the past few months as a mentor. Newton School is a platform which prepares you for a career in tech. It has courses designed for students, working professionals, and also with women with no tech background. Newton School first trains you for a full 6 months and helps you in becoming amazing full stack developers. It has a network of more than 300 companies. So once the training is complete, Newton School also ensures that you get placed in some of the best companies in the country. And the best part about this program is that this is a pay after placement program, which means that you don't have to pay Newton School until and unless you get placed in a company with a minimum of 5 lakh C2C. Launchpad is another such initiative taken by Newton School. It is for people who want to learn coding from scratch and also learn the basics of different programming languages for absolutely free of cost. This video is also available in the Launchpad section of Newton School, where you can practice different assignments and quizzes related to the course. Please do check out the Launchpad section. I will share the link with you in the description box. Now let's get started with the lesson. So in today's lecture, we are going to solve a problem known as maximum subarray. So this problem goes like this. So the question says, given an integer array, find the contiguous subarray containing at least one number which has the largest sum and return its sum. So your input. So the example given says that the input array has 9 elements consisting of -2, 1, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -5, 4. The output comes to be 6. So today we'll learn how to solve. So first, let's see what the input tells us. So input is an array of integers. Output is the sum. The question says we need to find the contiguous subarray. That means we need to have a subarray which at least has one integer. Otherwise, if we do not include any integer, the sum will be 0. But the question itself has a restriction that we need to have at least one integer. So the first thing that comes to my mind is we can of course have all the subarrays, and we can first create all these subarrays and then see the sum of it and then find the maximum out of it. So how do we do that? Let's see. So we'll go with approach 1. So in approach 1, we have say n, which is the length of the array given to us. So in this, what we are going to do is we are going to have a loop which will go from 1 to n. And then we will have an inner loop which will go from I to n. So from using I and j, so suppose I is at 1 and from j we start from 1, then from 2, then to 2, then till n. So we are having all the subarrays, and then we'll shift our I and then we will have all the subarrays. So basically through using 2 loops we are able to create subarrays. Now we need to find the sum of it. So we'll have another loop which will go from I to j, and what it will do is it will have a sum equal to 0, and it will just do sum at it. And so in the second loop, we create a sum equals to 0, and through the third loop we come across the sum of I to j elements. And now we will compare it with max, and we'll say if max is less than sum, or if sum is less than max, that means we have a sum which is greater than the current max, so we will update it. And at the end of all the loops, all the 3 loops, we will have a max, and we just need to return max, and through that we will have the maximum sum of the contiguous subarray. Now we have not yet initialized max. So what should be our initialization? So in case of if our input array would have been only non-negative integers, that means from 0 to and positive integers, then we could have our maximum to 0. But why we are not keeping our maximum to 0 is that in case if all the elements in the input array is negative, in that particular case the maximum array, the maximum sub of a contiguous subarray containing at least one element will always be negative. Hence we will keep the maximum. In case if we are using Java, we'll keep it to integer dot min value. Basically it means for any language that you are using, you are going to use the minimum value of the integer, and through that and after that any number that comes out in your array will always be greater than or equal to this number, and hence we will always update with the right maximum. Okay, now while doing this particular approach itself, the thing that came to my mind is that when I'm doing the sum equals, when I'm doing the sum in the third loop, I can also with the help of a little bit of altercations do the sum in the second loop itself. Like I'll tell you, so we take the first loop, which is for I 1 to n. So this is our first loop, right? And then inside the second loop, which we are doing from I to n, as you see is every time our j increases. So what is happening is that for the first time what we are doing is our I is 1 and our j is 1. So our sum is actually array of 1. Okay. Then when our I is 1, currently it will be 1 only because j will go through I to n, which means from 1 to n. So our j will be 2. So our sum will actually be array of 1 plus array of 2, and so on. When we go from I equals to 1 and when j will be n, our sum will be array of 1 plus array of 2 plus array of 3 and so on till array of n. So that means at the time our j is increasing, our previous sum holds valid. Like when our j from 1 to 2 came, so हमारा जो previous sum था, which was array of 1, actually holds valid. All we need to do is add the new element that has been introduced, that is add the new j that has been introduced, okay, which is array 2. So what we are going to do is, now in the first loop we are going to make a sum equals to 0, okay, and now every time our j comes, what we are going to do is we are going to make sum plus equals to array of j. Okay, so what will happen is in the first loop, like for I equals to 1, for j will first become I 1, that is 1. So our sum will be 0 plus array of 1. Then when j will come to 2, our sum will be sum will become sum equals to, sum was already there, so it was array of 1 plus array of 2, and so on. Every time when we go like this, it will keep on increasing, and hence we will always have the sum of all the contiguous subarrays. So our if, and here we can do the comparisons, right? That if sum is greater than max, our max is equals to sum. Okay, and at the end of this loop we are just going to return max. After the end of both the loops, the max that we have is the maximum sum of all the contiguous subarrays. So we're returning max. So what this essentially does is, in the above problem, in the above brute force that we had, we were doing 3 loops, and it was order of n, order of n, order of n. So our total time complexity was order of n cube in this particular case. Now in the second approach, when we have actually clubbed the summing in the second loop itself, so what we have essentially done is we have reduced the time complexity from n cube to now, since we are only running 2 loops, to order of n square. Okay, so this is a better brute force solution. Now for these kind of a question, we also have a very famous algorithm known as Cadane's algorithm. Now Cadane's algorithm will help us in doing this particular problem in order of n, that is linear time. So now let's solve this particular problem using the Cadane's algorithm. So first of all, let me tell you what Cadane algorithm tells. So the pseudocode for Cadane algorithm goes like this. So we have a maximum. As I told you, maximum will be for any language that you are using, the minimum value of that time. And we are going to keep a sum as 0. So these are the two variables that we will need in Cadane's algorithm. Now what that particular algorithm tells you is go from I 1 to n. Now do sum equals to array of I. And now one comparison that we were always doing was if max is less than sum or if sum is greater than max. We were always replacing max to sum. This is the comparison that we are doing in brute force as well as this question, and for maximum subarray we have to do this comparison. The second condition through which this algorithm is able to achieve the maximum contiguous subarray, the max in linear time, is using this condition, which is if sum is less than 0, what it tells you is update the sum to 0. And then at the end of this problem, as we say that once we have gone through our logic, value that max hold is actually the maximum sum of the contiguous subarray containing at least one element. So we return max. Now this is Cadane's algorithm. Now let me tell you how does this work and why does this particular algorithm in spite of looping only once is able to actually capture maximum subarray every time. So first let us understand this particular condition, the different condition that this has. So this says if sum is less than 0, make sum equals to 0. Now why does it say that? So in case, say suppose for our example which is given to us, which is our array being -2, 1, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -5, 4. So what it says is that if the sum is less than 0, suppose in case of our first loop, what will happen is our max currently was integer dot min value before this even started, and our sum was 0. Now at I, max and sum, we will keep this. So or actually let's keep this way, I, sum and max. So at I -1 we had sum 0 and we had this minimum value. For now I'm just going to keep it minimum value. Now when 0 came, so what our algorithm tells us is to add this into our sum. So which will be, sum will become 0 plus -2 equals to -2. And what it tells you is to compare max with sum. If sum is greater than max, which in our case -2 is greater than the minimum value, so update the max. So we will update our max to -2. Now the second condition which it says is if sum is less than 0, make the sum equals to 0, which in this case holds. So why this condition is present? So this condition basically is there for, so say suppose in basic algorithms, if suppose say x plus y is there, so if our x is negative, our x plus y will always be less than y. Why? Because if a number is negative, say suppose हमारे पास एक -1 है and we have a number say y. So what it does is if we anyways add a negative number to any number, be it negative or be it positive, हमारा y -1 हो सकता है या फिर हमारा y 1 हो सकता है, any number. अगर हम उसमें एक negative number add करते हैं तो the sum will get dragged down. मतलब any negative number that gets added into a particular number or a particular sum will drag the sum down or will drag the number down, and we will always come up with a smaller sum or a smaller number. So if x is negative, x plus y will always be less than y. Okay, so that is what this is the basics that we hold here. So if x is negative, तो this will always be less than y. ठीक है, तो दिस पर्टिकुलर एल्गोरिथम सेज कि जब भी हमारे पास एक नेगेटिव नंबर आता है, अगर हम उसे अपने कंटिग्यूअस सब एरे में रखते हैं, हमारा अगर सम नेगेटिव आ रहा है और हम उसे उस कंटिग्यूअस सब एरे में रखते हैं, तो अगर हम उसे ना रखें, से सपोज हमारा x टू y लेंथ का सब एरे, x इंडेक्स से y इंडेक्स तक का, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे हमें पता चलता है कि x से z जो नंबर है, उन इंडेक्स के नंबर्स जो है बीच में, इनका जो सम है वो लेस देन 0 है। तो दिस एल्गोरिदम सेज कि अगर आप x इंडेक्स से लेके y इंडेक्स तक का सम लेते हो, उसकी जगह अगर आप z प्लस 1 इंडेक्स से लेके y इंडेक्स का सम लो, तो व्हाट विल दिस बी, कि हमारा जो x से z का जो सम लेस देन 0 था, वो तो हमारे कंटिग्यूअस सब एरे के सम को डिड्यूस कर रहा है, राइट, डिक्रीज कर रहा है। तो हम उस पर्टिकुलर वैल्यूज़ को हम अपने सब एरे में काउंट ही ना करें, तो हमारा क्या होएगा, वी विल स्टार्ट अफ्रेश, वी विल स्टार्ट विद 0। तो उस पर्टिकुलर केस में आर सम विल होल्ड ग्रेटर वैल्यू देन अगर हम लोग अपना जो प्रीवियस सम है दैट इज नेगेटिव, उस सम प्लस वाई, मतलब प्लस जो करंट सम बन रहा है, उनको हम अगर करते हैं, जैसे से सपोज हमारा x इंडेक्स से लेके y इंडेक्स और बीच में z इंडेक्स है, तो ये हमारा सम 1 बन रहा है और ये हमारा सम 2 बन रहा है। तो अगर हम x से लेके y का सब एरे बनाते हैं तो उसका सम रहेगा सम 1 प्लस सम 2। बट एज हमें पता चला कि सम 1 जो है वो नेगेटिव है, तो विद दैट बेसिक जो हमने अभी कंडीशन की थी कि x प्लस वाई इज़ लेस देन वाई, अगर x हमारा नेगेटिव है, उसी से वे से हमें पता चलता है कि अगर सम 1 नेगेटिव है तो इन दोनों का एडिशन विल ऑलवेज बी लेस देन सम 2। एंड हमें यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम सब एरे फाइंड करना है, तो मैक्सिमम सब एरे विल बी दिस, ये नहीं होएगा, तो वी कैन एक्चुअली रिमूव दिस whenever we find it, and then हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। So now let's understand this particular through this particular problem on example only. So हमारा हमने I sum and max किया था, जो -1 पे 0 and min वैल्यू था। 0 पे हमारा सम आया -2 और हमारा मैक्स जो हुआ वो हुआ -2। उसके बाद हमने कंडीशन चेक की, इफ़ सम इज़ लेस देन 0 सम को 0 कर दो, तो हमने इसको हटा के सम को 0 कर दिया। नाउ आर सम, हम आई इंडेक्स 1 पे आए एंड अब हमारा सम क्या होएगा 0 प्लस 1, तो हमारा सम 1 हुआ। नाउ हमने मैक्स से कंपैरिजन किया, इट इज़ ग्रेटर देन 1 इज़ ग्रेटर देन -2, तो हमने मैक्स को अपडेट कर दिया। नाउ हमने सम के लिए कंपैरिजन किया कि सम इज़ लेस देन 0, सम हमारा पॉजिटिव है, तो हम इसको आगे लेके चलेंगे, हम इसको इंक्लूड करेंगे y, बिकॉज एज वी से कि अगर x प्लस वाई हमारा x हमारा नेगेटिव होता है तो वो y को ड्रैग डाउन करता है, ठीक है। बट अगर x हमारा पॉजिटिव हुआ, सो इफ़ वी से सपोज हमारा x इज़ 1 एंड एनी नंबर y कम्स, अगर हम y में +1 कर रहे हैं तो दैट विल बी ग्रेटर देन y, राइट। सो दिस पर्टिकुलर कैरिंग फॉरवर्ड दिस पर्टिकुलर सम विल हेल्प अस इन इंक्रीजिंग आवर सम का वैल्यू, इसलिए हम इसको आगे लेके चल रहे हैं, ठीक है। सो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मूव अहेड। अब हम i को 2 पे लेके जाते हैं। सो नाउ आर एरे ऑफ 2 इज -3, तो 1 प्लस -3 हुआ -2। इज इट ग्रेट, नाउ वील कंपेयर इट विद मैक्स। सो इज सम ग्रेटर देन मैक्स, नो, तो हम मैक्स को नहीं अपडेट करेंगे, इट विल बी 1 ओनली। नाउ चेक कम्स द चेक, इफ सम इज लेस देन 0, येस इट इज, तो हम इसको अपडेट कर देंगे 0। नाउ से सपोज अगर हम 1 प्लस -3, अगर हम इन दोनों को 1 एंड -3 को एक सब एरे में इंक्लूड करते हैं तो हमारा सम -2 हो रहा है। हम इनको नहीं इंक्लूड करें और हम अगर आगे चले जाए तो जो आगे का हमारा सम होएगा इट विल बी अ ग्रेटर नंबर, बिकॉज अगर हम इन दोनों को इंक्लूड करते हैं तो हमारा सम -2 मतलब 2 नंबर से डिक्रीज हो रहा है। सो वाई डू वी वॉन्ट देम, इसलिए हम इनको नहीं इंक्लूड करेंगे। नाउ विल गो टू थर्ड इंडेक्स। तो हमारा थर्ड इंडेक्स वैल्यू इज 4, तो 0 प्लस 4 इज 4। नाउ वील कंपेयर इट विद मैक्स। तो मैक्स हमारा करंटली 1 है, 4 इज ग्रेटर देन 1, सो हमारा सम इज ग्रेटर देन मैक्स, तो हम मैक्स को अपडेट कर देंगे। देन वील चेक इफ सम इज लेस देन 0, सम हमारा लेस देन 0 नहीं है, तो विद द सेम फिलोसफी कि इफ x हमारा पॉजिटिव होता है तो x प्लस वाई इज ग्रेटर देन वाई, दैट मीन्स इस पर्टिकुलर सम को हमें आगे लेके जाने में हमारा हेल्प होएगा, तो हम 4 को आगे लेके जाएंगे। एंड बाय 4 आई मीन जो भी एरे है, जो भी सब एरे का सम जो है वो 4 होकर आया है, हम उस सब एरे को इंक्लूड करेंगे इस सब एरे में। सो नाउ कम्स फोर्थ इंडेक्स। तो फोर्थ इंडेक्स हमें हमारा -1 है, तो 4 - 1 इज 3। इज इट ग्रेटर देन मैक्स, नो, तो हम मैक्स को अपडेट नहीं करेंगे। इफ सम इज लेस देन 0, इज सम लेस देन 0, नो, तो हम सम को अपडेट नहीं करेंगे। नाउ मेनी पीपल वुड हैव दिस क्वेश्चन कि सम हमारा अब डिक्रीज हो गया है। पहले 4 था अब 3 हो गया, तो वाई आर वी नॉट मतलब एक्सक्लूडिंग दिस? So the reason why we are not excluding this is, though our sum has decreased but still our sum is positive. तो अगर हम किसी भी सब एरे में 4 and -1 एलिमेंट रखेंगे तो हमारा जो आगे का सम होएगा आफ्टर दी 4 - 1 जितने भी एलिमेंट्स आएंगे, से उसका सम y है, तो भी ये वाला जो पर्टिकुलर हमारे 2 एलिमेंट्स का सम है 4 - 1, ये हमारे टोटल सम को 3 नंबर से इंक्रीज होएगा, 3 नंबर से. So this will actually help us in making our maximum जो sum है bigger. That is why we are not going to exclude it now. Now we'll come to 5, fifth index. तो fifth index हमारा 2 है. So 3 + 2 is 5. Now हम वापस से sum and max को compare करेंगे, तो sum is greater than max, तो हम लोग अपना max update कर देंगे 5. Again the check if sum is less than 0, नहीं है, इसलिए हम इस sum को आगे carry forward करेंगे. Now our index is 6. तो now currently the integer is 1. तो 5 + 1 is 6. तो हमने अपना सम किया 6, हमने इसको कंपेयर किया मैक्स के साथ, सम इज़ ग्रेटर देन मैक्स, तो हम मैक्स को अपडेट कर देंगे. देन द सेकेंड कंडीशन, इफ सम इज़ लेस देन 0 विच इज़ नॉट ट्रू, तो हम सम को यही रहने देंगे. नाउ कम्स द इंडेक्स 7 विच इज़ 5. तो अब हमने अगर 6 - 5 किया, सो आवर सम विल बिकम 1. देन हमने इसे कंपेयर किया विद मैक्स विच इज़ मैक्स इज 6, इट्स नॉट ग्रेटर देन 6, सो हम मैक्स को नहीं अपडेट करेंगे. गो टू द 8th इंडेक्स. सो आर इंडेक्स वैल्यू इज 4. सो 1 + 4 is 5. वी विल चेक दिस विद द मैक्स. 5 इज नॉट ग्रेटर देन 6, सो वी विल नॉट अपडेट द मैक्स. मैक्स 6 ही रहेगा. एंड 5 इज नॉट लेस देन सम, तो हम मैक्स को 5 इज नॉट लेस देन 0, तो हम लोग सम को नहीं अपडेट करेंगे टू 0. सो एट द एंड नाउ द होल एरे का हमारा ट्रैवर्सल खत्म हो गया है. सो वी हैव टू रिटर्न द मैक्स. सो आर मैक्स इज 6 एंड दिस इज what the output is. And how did the 6 come? Was with the addition of 4 - 1 2 and 1. So this was the sub array जिसके कारण हमें 6 आया. Now say suppose अगर हमारा यही array जो होता वो -2 1 -3 4 -1 2 1 -6 and 7 होता. ठीक है, तो अब हमारा आउटपुट क्या होना चाहिए था? लेट्स फाइंड आउट. सो वी वुड हैव, पहले हमारा जब I - 1 था, दैट इज इन द स्टार्टिंग, आवर सम इज 0 एंड आवर मैक्स इज min वैल्यू. ओके, एंड एट 0 सम विल बिकम -2. ओके, नाउ इज सम ग्रेटर देन मैक्स? येस, -2 इज ग्रेटर देन द min वैल्यू, तो हम मैक्स को अपडेट कर देंगे. Now the second check, if sum is less than 0, which it is, so हम लोग sum को 0 कर देंगे. Then we'll go to the next index. We'll do 0 + 1. Now we'll do the comparison. If sum is greater than max, which it is, 1 is greater than -2, तो हम max को 1 करेंगे. And then we'll check if sum is less than 0. Currently it is not, तो हम sum को update नहीं करेंगे. Then we'll go to the next index, which is -3. 1 - 3 equals to -2. We'll do the same check. Sum is greater than max, which is not the case. -2 is not greater than 1, so we'll not update the max. Then we'll do the second check, which is if sum is less than 0, which it is. So we will update our sum. Then we'll go to the next integer, next index, which is 3. So at that point our value is 4. So sum equals to 0 + 4. We'll do the check with max. Sum is greater than max. Yes, 4 is greater than 1, so we'll update the max. Then we'll check if sum is less than 0, which it is not, so हम लोग sum को update नहीं करेंगे. Then we'll go to the next index, which is 4th, and the value is -1. So we'll do 4 - 1, which is 3. We'll do the check of sum greater than max, which is not, 3 is not greater than 4, तो हम लोग max को update नहीं करेंगे. Then we'll do the check if sum is less than 0, which it is not, so हम लोग sum को भी update नहीं करेंगे. Then we'll go to the next index, which is 5, wherein our sum currently is 3 and the value is 2. So we'll do 3 + 2, which is 5. Then we'll do the check, which is 5 greater than 4, which is sum greater than max, which it is, तो हम लोग अपने max को update कर देंगे. Okay, and at the same time हम check करेंगे if sum is less than 0, which it is not, so हम लोग sum को update नहीं करेंगे. Then we'll go to the next index, which is 6, At this point we have the sum equals to 5, the max equals to 5, and the value currently is 1. So we'll do sum plus the value, which is 6, and we are going to check it with max. So 6 is greater than 5, so हम लोग max को update कर देंगे. Then we'll do the second check, which is sum is less than 0, which it is not, तो हम लोग max को नहीं update करेंगे. ठीक है. तो now we come to the 7th index. ठीक है. At this point our index is -6. say suppose instead of -6 हम लोग इधर -7 लेते. ठीक है. So currently our index value is -7, our sum is 6. So what we are going to do is 6 plus 7, which is -1. And is sum greater than max? No, it is not. तो हम लोग max को update नहीं करेंगे. If sum is less than 0, yes it is. तो हम max को update कर देंगे to 0. sum को update कर देंगे to 0. And then we'll go to the next index, which is 8th, and the value is 7. So 0 plus 7 is 7. We'll do the check. Sum is greater than max. Yes, it is. तो हम लोग max को update कर देंगे. And sum is less than 0. No, it is not. तो हम लोग sum को नहीं update करेंगे. And at this point, this is our answer. So अगर हमने 7th step में -1 को नेगेट करके अपडेट करके 0 नहीं किया होता, तो हमारा क्या होता, हम लोग 4 -1 2 1 -7 एंड 7 का सब एरे कर रहे होते, जिसके कारण हमारा सम क्या होता, 4 + -1 विच इज़ 3 + 2 5 + 1 6 6 - 7 -1 + 7 6. तो हमारा जो सम एरे है वो, बिकॉज हम लोग इधर, सो एज ए मैंशनड, हमने अभी तक यहाँ तक हम लोग लेके रखे हुए थे. ठीक है. यहाँ तक हमें 6 आया था. उसके बाद हमने क्या किया, -7 को इंक्लूड करते ही हमारा सम -1 बन गया. सो अगर हम लोग इसके आगे का, से सपोज ये हमारा x है, ये हमारा z है, और ये हमारा y है. तो अगर हम लोग x + z को इंक्लूड करते, x से z तक के एलिमेंट्स को इंक्लूड करते, तो आवर सम वुड हैव बीन y का सम जो है बेसिकली सम ऑफ z + 1 से लेके y तक का प्लस सम ऑफ x से लेके z तक का, ये जो है वो है हमारा -1. तो हमारा जो ये सम है 7, वो हमारा कम हो जाता फ्रॉम जस्ट सम जो हमारा z + 1 से y तक का था. इसलिए एट व्हेनेवर वी कम अक्रॉस अ नेगेटिव वैल्यू, कडेन्स एल्गोरिथम टेल्स अस कि उसको नेगेट कर दो, उसको 0 कर दो. डोंट इंक्लूड दीज एलिमेंट्स, इन एलिमेंट्स को हटा दो. स्टार्ट अफ्रेश विद दीज एलिमेंट्स and try to find another maximum. So this particular problem has been asked in companies like Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google. So this is a very famous algorithm. So please do give this a try in the Launchpad. Now we are going to solve this problem in the Launchpad, and we are going to dry run on these 2 test cases that we have solved. And also on one of the when we do such questions, we should also consider the corner cases, which is what if all the elements present are negative. That is, what if our elements were -1 -2 -3 -4 and say -1 again. So इस पॉइंट पे हमारा सम क्या होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम सम क्या होना चाहिए कंटिग्युअस एरे का. ठीक है. सो वी विल टेस्ट फॉर दीज 3 सिनेरियोज. So now let's start with the code of this. So first, as we know, we require max, which will have the value as min value. Then we'll go with sum. Now we'll traverse through all the integers of the array. Now what we'll do is we'll do sum equals to sum plus array of I. Then as we know, we'll check if sum is greater than max. If it is, we'll update our max to sum. Then we'll check if our sum is less than 0. In that case, we'll update our sum as 0, because we don't want to take the negative sum to reduce our upcoming maximum. And then we'll return our max. So now let's start with our example. So our first example consisted of 9 elements array, where elements were -2, -2, 1, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -5 and 4. Okay. Now let's see what our sum returns. So as we expected, the sum here was 6, which was the sum of the contiguous subarray 4, -1, 2 and 1. Now for our second example, we also had an array of 9 elements, but the elements were different, which were -2, 1, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -7 and 7. And we were expecting here the sum to be 7, which is only consisting the last element. Let's see what our output comes here. So our output here is 7. So now our next test that we had to do was actually of a corner case, which was when all the elements that are there are actually negative integers. So in our particular for our particular question, if all our elements are negative, what should be the maximum sum of the subarray? Well, if we add two negative numbers, there will always be a much bigger negative number that is smaller than the previous one. So if all the elements are negative, then in that case our algorithm should pick out the least negative number, that is the biggest out of all of them, and we should only in that case have the subarray of one element, which is the least negative number. So let's test this out. So considering we have a 5 elements array and we have -3, -2, -5, -1 and -4. In this case, our sum should come out to be -1. We should only consider the subarray which has only one element, that is -1, and the sum should be -1. Let's see what our algorithm gives us the answer here. So the answer is -1. So hence this is the solution and explanation to the famous Kadane's algorithm or the maximum subarray problem. I hope you liked the problem. Do give this problem a try and do code this in the Newton Schools Launchpad. Thank you.